Today we are very fortunate to have with us from Vancouver, British Columbia, Mr. Paul Pigat.
Thanks, Luke.
You're playing a telly this weekend. You brought a telly with you, but you have a pretty strong relationship with Gretsch. And
Yeah.
As a big fan of Gretsch myself, I'm envious and curious to know how you managed to get them to invest in you the way they have.
This is a brand new telly. Mike Elders just gave me this telly about 4 days ago. So of course, you know, when you get a new toy, you don't take your old toy on the road. You take your brand new toy that you've never played before. My deal with Gretsch is I'm their clinician, and they saw me play at Viva Las Vegas about 4 years ago. I put out a series of DVDs about maybe 8 or 9 years ago, and some fans that had bought the DVDs wanted to meet up at Viva Las Vegas, and I'm more than happy to do that. So they said meet at the Gretsch booth, and so great. I met them at the Gretsch booth, and they happened to know Joe Carducci and all the guys from Gretsch, and I talked to Joe for about 5 minutes, and he asked me if I would play a guitar for my set, and I had brought one of my old Gibsons with me, and I thought, well, you know, I'd never played a Gretsch guitar up until that point. I'd only played old Gibsons. But I looked at what was on stage for amplification, and I wasn't overly impressed, and they had one of the new Gretsch amps there, and I said, yeah, I'm more than happy to play your guitar if I get to use your amp as well. And they said, great. So I went up, and I thought I'd play the guitar for maybe 2 or 3 songs, and I ended up playing the whole night with it. I loved it. And I got off stage, and Joe asked me what my address was, and he sent me the entire rig the next day. And 2 weeks later, they flew me down to Scottsdale to meet everybody at FMIC, and they gave me the job as their clinician. So.
And okay, well, let's pretend this is a clinic.
Okay.
And let's assume that I've come here because I want you to teach me something.
Okay.
So teach me something.
Okay. All right. I'll show you this one. This one. The Merle Travis thing. This is basically like a pedal that we're going to do. It's a G6 chord, and we're going to play a G6 by playing that triad, by leaving the high E open. And our next chord is going to be basically call it a G diminished of sorts. Yeah, and then we have the easiest way to think of that is an A minor 7, but it's actually a D sus chord, if you think about it that way. So it's just the 2 notes are going to move.
Ah, I see. And you're...
Yeah, you can do the same pattern down here. Where you keep the pedal with a big stretch.
I can't do that.
You can do that. Yes, you can do that. So it's the same thing.
No, we can't.
Yeah, so now the picking pattern is Merle did it in a really weird way, and there are very few people on the planet that can play exactly like Merle did. And
Merle Travis,
and I don't have enough years left in my life to figure that out. So the way Merle would do it, because Merle only used a thumb and a finger, so he would. drop his thumb by 2 notes, and then up pick. We're not going to learn that. We're going to learn the easy way, because you play with all your fingers. So it's a 3-note pattern, 3-note pattern, and then a 4-note pattern.
So one of each.
So there's actually 4 3-note patterns. 1, 2, 3, 1. And a 4-note pattern. Yeah. And then back up. You just keep it going infinitely until you hopefully bail out. That's how I do it. I just find, and eventually I was, I'll find a way out of it. But, sorry. And hope for the best.
I wanted to ask you a couple things about some of the tracks off Boxcar Campfire. Johnny's Poorly, that's the opening track on the record. You fall into that place, and I because I've only extracted it from one source, that where you're in a major or in a minor key, but you're using major 7s and 6s, and I think of is it an Arabic thing? Is it an East Indian thing? Mark Ribot has used it. That's where I would have stolen it from.
It's probably where I got it from originally too.
Yeah.
I'm always just trying to look for weird chords, right? So there's that chord, and I've written charts for this and to show rhythm sections how to play this. And I don't know what this chord is, and I have a degree in theory, and I still don't know what this chord is. I go, well, it's kind of F-ish, but it has both 7ths in it, and it has an A in the bass, so it's first inversion F with both major and minor 7ths. But that's not how it's functioning. It's some kind of weird suspended A chord. My latest chord that I'm really digging is this one. I don't know why. I love it.
I can see how useful that would be.
It's really useful. It's like a car horn. It's awesome. I have no idea what it is.